Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the estimation of the roads. Let's start with fourth problem. Estimate the quantity of earthwork between the chains 10 to 16. Measure with the standard 20-meter chain from the following data. And here he has mentioned the chains, that is, he has given the different chains here. Chain is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And for the given channels he has mentioned the ground levels also, different ground levels. At channel 10 is 88.1, similarly at channel 11 87.74. But look at here, at channel 13 there are two ground levels here. One is 88.8 and another one is 90.4. So be carefully, we have to consider at channel 13 for calculating the quantity and as well as the average depth here, that is the mean depth while calculating. Then at chain is 15, 16, 17, he has given different ground levels. And the formation level at chain is 10 is 88.50. He has given formation level at chain is 10 is 88.50. And raising, and he has also mentioned that it is a raising gradient, that is 1 in 100. The formation width is 10 meter, so he has mentioned the formation width is 10 meter. Side slope in cutting is 1:1, and whereas side slope in banking is 2:1. And also he has asked draw the longitudinal section for this portion. Okay, na? So first the formation level chain, let's start with the solution here. The formation level at chain is 10, he has given 88.50. So he has told that it is a raising gradient. So raising gradient means at every 100 meter, because he has given gradient is 1 in 100. So at every 100 meter there will be 1 meter rise. At every 100 meter there will be a 1 meter rise, because it is a gradient is raising, that is 1 in 100. Therefore for every 20 meter chainage, because the chainage is 20 meter here, therefore for every 20 meter chainage the chain is equals to 1 divided by 100, that is gradient, into 20 equals to what we got, 0.2, that is 0.2 meter rise here. Okay, now he has given next we need to find what the formation level. By using this data we need to find what the formation different formation levels for different tonnages here, and also depth here. In this tabular column we can see here chain is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and ground level similarly. Respective ground levels he has given, that is 88.1, 87.74, 87.8, 88.2, and in the 13 chain 13 there are two depth here, that is two ground level, that is 88.2 and 90.4. And similarly chain is 15, 16 and 16 and different ground levels. So formation level means here he has given a raising grade, it means we have to add for the next chainage here. Suppose if starting chainage is 88.50, means for in order to find out the next chainage we should add 0.2, because of the chainage is a raising gradient, so gradient is raising here. So you can look out here, this 88.5 we added this 0.2 for next chainage. You can see at chainage 11, that is 88.7. Okay, now similarly at 12 88.9. okay, now and 13, but on 13 again the 13 we have two channels here. One is sorry for the formation level will be single, that is 88 89.1. Similarly at 14 89.3, at 15 89.5, at 16 89.7 here. Okay, now so then we should calculate the depth here. In order to calculate the depth we should use the formula like this. The formula is formation level minus the ground level here. Here this is the formation level, that is 88.5, then ground level is 88.1. After deducting that we got 0.4. Similarly for 0.96 for chain 11, and for chain 12 1.1. And but at chain 13 we have two depth two ground level, for first ground level we got 0.9 and second ground level we got minus 1.3 here. But here we should not calculate this 0, because in that same change only it is passing from banking to cutting, because here we got what we got starting depth, there is positive value, it means this one is banking, and from here to here cutting, this is banking and this is cutting here, this portion is the cutting here. So No need to calculate the 0 here, because in that same chainage only it is passing from banking to cutting. So again we have two depths here, minus 0.10 and minus 1.3. Similarly, that is chainage 4, 89.3 minus 90.45, so 90.75, we got minus 1.45. Similar chainage 15 and 16. After calculating this, we can move on to the tabular column, that is not to find out the quantities. So again we should prepare here tabular column like this. So one is chainage, second one is the distance, and third one is the depth and mean depth here, and the area of mid portion, that is second, that is d suffix m, and s suffix dm square. Dm square is nothing but that is side slope, that is area of side slope. Then find out the total area. Now this is the total area. Okay, and uh, next length here. Then after the length, then we have quantity, that is banking and cutting. Okay, now first I'll start with chain is 10 here. Distance is 0. Chain is, there is no distance because it is the starting distance. And what we got, chain is 0 chain, that is a 0 chain. Then what we got, the depth is 4 here. Now we got 4 here, and so there is no other depth here, so then all these values will be, we have to put dash up to the banking and cutting. Then when we move on to the second chainage, that is chainage 20. So we got the depth is 0.96. Then average of these two we got 0.68. Okay, na? Then in order to find out the area of mid portion, b equals to 10 here. So 0.68 into 10, we got 6.8 here. Then for cutting is s equals to 1, for banking s equals to 2 here, because here we got the depth is positive value, it means this is banking here, so we should consider as 2 here, that is 2 into 0.68 square here. Then 2 into 0.68 square means we got 0.92. Then after adding these two, then we got the total area 7.72 here. Then for this 7.72 I multiplied 20, then I got the total quantity of banking of chainage 20. Okay, similarly chainage 40, chainage 40, I got the values like this. The depth is 1.1 here for chainage 40, depth is 1.1, depth is 1.1 here for chainage 40, depth is 1.1, and average of these two I got 1.03, this is 1.03. Then for this 1.03 I multiplied 10, I got 10.3, and STM S again, as I told, s equals to 2, and s2 into 1.03 square, I got 2.12. After adding 10.3 into 2.12, I got the total area. For this total area I multiplied 20, then I got that is total quantity equals to 248.40. Okay, so then next when I move on to the chainage 13, here we have two depth here, so be carefully, we should consider two depths here. So first I will consider 0.9 here, that is positive value. For this I have taken average of these two. Okay, 0.9 I have taken average of these two, that is 1.10 plus 0.9, that is 2 divided by 2, I got 1 here. Then 1 into 10 I got 10. Then 1 into 2 square equals to 1, sorry, yes, 2 into 1 square equals to 2. Then after adding these two I got 10, 10 plus 2 equals to 12, 12 into 20 I got 240. That is the quantity of positive. In that same chainage it is changing from banking to cutting. So for that what we need to do, so we should consider minus 13 here, minus 1.3. For this minus 1.3 I consider this one average, I should take average of these two. Here we should not take average of again top one, we should take average of next chainage. So minus 1.3 minus 1.45, then I got 1.38. Okay, because it is changing from banking to cutting. No, if we should consider only cutting values, you should not consider the banking values. So again I should consider minus 1.38 I got, that is dm. Then multiply 10, I got 13.8, and here where s equals to 1 here, so 1 into 1.38 square I got 1.9, that is sdm square. Then 13.8 plus 1.9 got 15.7. Then after multiply 20 I got 1.4. Similarly, we should calculate it like this for different channels 15 and 16, and we got these values. After that, the total quantity here you can see what we got. The banking is 642.8, whereas cutting is 656.20. So next we need to draw the, as I mentioned, that draw the longitudinal section. So here we have longitudinal section. First you draw a straight line. Okay, next you should draw the different channels, that is 10, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Next, so you have to draw the different ground levels. Based on the values, you should draw the ground levels here. These are the different ground levels here. In that you should fix the point. After that, you should draw the formation level. This one is the formation level, guys. Formation level means we calculated, no. So different channels, what we got formation, that we have to fix, and we need to draw the all the lines here. Next, without changing any changes, so we should draw a straight line. That is, we should join the all the points here. Then after joining all the points, we got the a profile of cross a longitudinal section here. We should get the profile of a longitudinal section. This is all about the one problem here. Next we move on to the next problem, that is a mean area method. So he has given question like this: for the following given table, RLs and portion of 4-meter length. For the following, the table gives the RL for a portion of 400-meter length of road. Compute the quantity of the earthwork by mean area method. Okay, na? Road width is 10 meter and side slope is 2:1, and in that in filling it will be 1.5, whereas cutting is for slope is 2:1 for filling, and whereas for cutting is 1.5:1 here. And he has given in the distance like this: 100, 140, 180, 220, 260, 300, 340, 380, 420, 460, and 500. And he has given the different RLs here, different algorithm, that is different ground levels for 100, 140, 180. And here for RL of formation at 100 chains is 32 here, and whereas for other, if we should calculate it by using the gradient here, he has given the gradient, that is downward gradient 1 in 100. It means at every 100 meter there will be 1 meter drop here. Okay, and that solution you can see RL of formation at distance n equals 32 here. 32 has given formation level. Ground level is 31. Okay, now don't worry about ground level. Formation level is 32. Downward gradient, therefore at every 100 meter there will be 1 meter drop here. Therefore at every 40 meter, because there will be difference is 40 in between the channels, the difference is 40. Therefore at every 40 meter there is 1 divided by 100, that is gradient 1 divided by 100 into 40, that we got 0.4 drop here. 0.2 drop, because it don't get it, so it means we should deduct here. Okay, same tabular column, again in that we should find out the formation level. The formation, not to find out the formation level, we should deduct the starting is 32, then 32, that is chainage at 100, the formation is 32, whereas chainage at 140, the formation is 31.6, means 32 minus 0.4, we got 31.6. okay na. Similarly at chainage 180, that is 31.2. So it means there will be a difference 0.4 between all the formation levels from starting to at the end, because there will be for 0.4 meter, because downward gradient 1 in 40, then we got 0.4, then all this there will be a point, all this value, so there will be 0.4 difference, guys. Okay, for formation level, because this is a 0.4 here. Then we should find out the depth here. In order to calculate depth, the formula is formation level minus ground level here. So after calculating here 32 minus 31, we got 1 meter. Similarly 30%, then here we got 0 here, that is 30.8 minus 30.8, then we got 0. And like this we should calculate the depth here. Then we have breadth. He has given formation width equals to 10 meter, and side slope for cutting is 1.5:1, and for side slope banking is equals to 2:1. This is what we got the values here. Next we should prepare a tabular column like this: serial number, distance, depth here, and area of mid portion, area of the side portion. But here we are calculating the mean section area method. It means we should not consider the mean depth here, we should consider the mean area. Okay, it will be remain same, but only we should consider the mean area except mean depth here. So depth and area of side portion, then area, total area, then here you can see the area of mean area, then length and banking and cutting here. Okay, now starting chain is here 100, depth is 10 and 10 years. So for starting, we got what we got, the depth is positive value, the starting what we got, that is positive values. Almost all, sorry for that, I have not mentioned here banking and cutting values here, so that is the reason. So here you can see, when the value is changing from positive to negative, you just remember that it is passing from banking to cutting. Okay, na? So here you can, best example you can see here, that is 0 we got, after that we got the negative values, that will be cutting portion, remaining will be banking banking portion. Okay, na? So starting, next 140 channel, depth is 0.4, then 0.7, 0.7 into 10, what we got, 7. Then side slope is s is 2 into 0.7 square, then what I got, 0.98, and after adding 0.7 plus 0.98, I got 7.98. Then mean area, starting in, there is no other area. So next, when I want to next when I move on to the next change, then I should consider the average of these two, that is mean area of average of these two. Then I got 9.99. For this 9.99, I multiply 40, then I got the 399.60, that is banking here. Okay, now next same, I move on to this next one here, second change at 187. Same, the remaining value will be remain same, and even the area will be remain same. And after then after 7.78, then mean area will be average of these two, then will be 7.98. For this 7.98, I multiply 40, then I got the total quantity equals to 319.20. Similarly here, changes as 220, it will be 0. So 0 means average will be 0, everything will be 0 up to the area, it will be 0. Then I should take the average of these two. So here one area will be 0, another will be 7.98, then I got average 3.99. For this 3.99, I multiplied 40, then I got total banking equals to 159.60. Okay, then it is here, you can see it is passing from banking to cutting. Next portion will be cutting portion from up to year. So minus 2 year, then no need to consider minus 2 year, then multiply 10, then I got 2 year. Why multiply 10 means b into d, guys. Yeah, okay, na? Then sdm square, but here for cutting, so we have side slope s equals to 1.15. So 1.15 into 2 square, I got 0.2 square. 1.15 into 0.2 square, then I got sd equals to 0.06. Then after adding 2 into 0.0, then I got 2.06. Then I took the average of these two, then I got 1.03. For this 1.02, I multiplied 40, then I got the value that I put it in the cutting column. Similarly, we calculated for different changes here up to the 500. After calculating what we got, the banking we got 878.4, whereas cutting we got 5899.4. Okay, now it is all about the estimation of roads. Thank you.